Hi Aquarius, welcome to Talk Tarot. This is your love reading for June the 9th, July the 5th with Venus moving into Cancer. These chakra cards are from the Psychic Tarot by John Holland, and the reading cards are from the wonderful Vice Versa Tarot deck. Aquarius, whilst I was shuffling the deck, all I could feel was a sticky, clingy energy. Even the cards were clinging together. It's a very clingy feeling round about you at the moment. It's not like Aquarius to cling to something. So I don't know if it's someone clinging to you. Hopefully the cards will bring that through. I kept seeing it was like a scythe. I was seeing I know it's a Russian blade and that it is curved, but I don't know the name of it. But that kept appearing in my mind and I don't know why. Now let's get right into your reading, Aquarius, and see what the cards have to say. Looking at your base chakra. Now the base chakra is the seat of survival. Anything that blocks the base chakra, it blocks our enjoyment, expression and reception of life and life force. What you have as a block here is the Hierophant with his back to you. The Hierophant can indicate Taurus, so it could be that a Taurus male has turned their back on you, or you've had an argument with a Taurus male. It could also be that there's been a split between an Aquarian and a Taurus male, and that's diminishing your enjoyment and your expression of life. The good news there is that you have the Fool and Judgment in the next two columns. The Fool is a beautiful card. It is a card of ultimate freedom. It is a card of brand new beginnings and the cyclical nature of life. If you have recently experienced an end and a new beginning is coming for you, you will return to that joyous, innocent, free state. It could be that you'll actually enjoy dating for a while if you're a single Aquarius. It could equally be, if you've been single for a while, that you will enjoy a relationship and a period of stability. We've got Judgment as the energy that's trying to come in. This could mean a second chance with the 2 and the 0. The Judgment card's 20, and it would, numerologically, it would reduce down to 2. But with the two elements being 2 and 0, it can mean a second chance there. And there's a feeling that there is a child involved with this second chance. It's a new beginning in a relationship. And with the Eagle, again, I'm getting that feeling of freedom. For some Aquarians, what is blocking you is actually other people. It's actually the way other people do things in a traditional manner. That has always been done. The Hierophant normally would have his face to you, and he is emblematic of religion, of dogma, of tradition. And we all know, Aquarius, you're just not a big fan of that. It's like you can already see a better way to express love, to shake up your love life, but your partner perhaps is unwilling, or other people are still a bit confused by your aims, and that's diminishing your expression of joy and your expression of life. Aside from the Hierophant, I'm noticing we have the 4 of Pentacles, the 4 of Swords and the 4 of Rods. All cards of stability. Are you clinging on to stability? It would be very unlike you, but that clingy energy whilst I was dealing the cards, whilst I was shuffling the cards, could certainly be that, because in your sacral chakra we've got both the 4 of Pentacles and the 4 of Swords. Spirit did kick out an extra card for you there that they like to talk to my Aquarians, and I don't blame them. I'm going to say with the Hierophant from your baseline, the 4 of Pentacles, the 4 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles, and then 8 of Swords. There's very much a feeling that your sex life, your sexual expression has become mundane and routine. That 4 of Swords would indicate sleeping and healing, but mostly sleeping, and it's as if you're there but you're not there during the act, because the 3 suggests that there's something you want to try, there's something you want to create, there's something new, but what's holding you back is the opinions of others. It's the way things have always been done. You're a bit afraid of freeing yourself sexually with that 8 of Swords there. And it could be to do with the way that you were brought up with religious or societal expectations. Could be that some of you are looking to attempt a little bit of bondage and you're afraid of what your partner would say, but you are needing to liven things up in the sexual arena. For other Aquarians, I'm seeing that there's been a dry spell, possibly since a third party situation, because we have the reverse side of the Three of Pentacles, and you'll notice that the gentleman's alone, he's not working with others. Now that could mean that you require to explore your own sexuality and your own body. However, we're going for the Four of Pentacles, Four of Swords to that Three. It feels very much that there's a feeling of feeling trapped, a feeling that it's been a dry spell, possibly due to someone leaving with someone else, leaving you to work things out on your own. Moving on to the solar plexus chakra. The solar plexus chakra is the seat of desire. We've got the Four of Rods, the Five of Pentacles, and the Devil with his back to us in your solar plexus chakra row. I'm noticing straight away that there's a feeling of being left out in the cold. That would mimic that Three of Pentacles that I was just speaking about, that feeling of having been in a third party situation. This third party situation, the other two have skipped off there. As you can see, they're about to play happy families with that Four of Rods, and you're left out in the cold. I wonder if this could be a polyamorous situation where someone thought they were in an open relationship, someone thought Aquarius were being invited into an open relationship, they thought they could handle it, and no, they can't. They feel left out in the cold, because what they truly desire is that feeling of security. They want to feel as if they belong to someone. They want to feel they belong with someone rather than to someone, I would say, with Aquarians. They want to feel those physical pleasures, because that has again been shut out from physical pleasure. The Five of Pentacles in this context, and we've got the Four, the Three, and the Four of Swords suggesting that sleepy energy. I have an Aquarian who is in a third party situation currently. They're cheating on their partner and they want to get away from it with that Devil. And the reverse format of these cards, they feel that they've left someone out in the cold and that they can't connect with them physically anymore, and they so desperately want to turn their back on that temptation. And certainly when we get into the heart chakra card, we have the Ace of Swords in reverse, suggesting almost an inability to stay away from a tempting situation. My eye is being called to the two vessels in the Star card offering healing, and the Two Cups. Though you don't have any twos. Oh, you do, you've got the Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords indicating a choice needs to be made in this situation, where there is a third party or a polyamorous situation. A choice has to be made to free yourself. It would appear that your heart's ruling your head at the moment as we move into the heart chakra. If you look at the Ace of Swords, we can see that card's fallen in reverse. That Crown of Wisdom is upside down, and you're not building that logic of the sword effectively, and you are an air sign. I mean, this is your suit. There's a feeling of not expressing what's in your heart, a feeling of, I always see the swords right way up, the Ace of Swords, as a truth being delivered. It certainly can be a truth being delivered. Again, that ties into this deceptive energy we've got here with this Devil, the deceptive energy, or the feeling of being left out with the Five of Pentacles and Three of Pentacles. I would say it's another air sign, because we've got the King of Swords there, or there's a need for you to channel the King of Swords to cut yourself free, to grab that sword and turn it the right way up and make a decision. The heart chakra seems to be ruling the head, and possibly the lower chakras are also taking precedence over the head, if you get what I mean, that you're more invested in a sexual temptation with someone than you are in your heart. And there's a beautiful offer with Venus in Cancer, is offering you the Star. Now that's your card, Aquarius, that's you coming into your own, but it's also a wonderful healing energy. Those two vessels with the pouring of water, the two emotions, and that Two of Swords up there, there's definitely a choice for you to make. Could we have a situation where there's two suitors that are maybe interested in some of our single Aquarians? and you're finding it difficult to make a decision. The Two of Pentacles isn't out that would suggest juggling this decision, it's just that you're struggling with it. I think they both offer something that you find alluring. For my single Aquarians, there could be... Well, that's weird. Right, for my single Aquarians, there could be a meeting or an offer made to you, either at a spiritual church, like spiritualists, or by someone who practices a law of attraction, or one of these spiritual type seminars. There seems to be an offer coming in there. Perhaps you would benefit from Reiki healing. There's definitely a spiritual connection to love for you at the moment, because your heart's confused, your head's baffled, your throat is expressing, it's blocked by this soulmate energy. I'm going to say it's a desire for a soulmate energy, or to know who your soulmate is, because in the centre of the throat chakra we have the Magician with his back to us. This is a chance to re-manifest something, and with Judgment this certainly could be to re-manifest a relationship with someone, perhaps a Knight of Pentacles who has moved on from you and you're trying to call them back in. Now that Knight of Pentacles, that would be Capricorn, Taurus, and we have got the Hierophant down the bottom that would reinforce that, or Virgo. So there could be someone trying to recapture a relationship with a Taurian here. When you speak of love, it's them you think of. I will say with the Magician, that particular side of the Magician shown, there is actually a lily growing through the cracks in the ground in that picture, indicating there's life springing up where you didn't expect it to, indicating that whilst you're busy trying to manifest something, there's actually an offer behind your back, and that could equally be that Knight of Pentacles that seems to be moving away, that energy that's moving away, that earth energy. When we get to your third eye chakra, again we have an earth energy. It's a feminine earth energy this time. It's the Queen of Pentacles that is blocking your third eye chakra. Your third eye chakra is your intuition. This is a focus on the physical and the earthly side of life that's blocking you from moving into your intuition, listening to your intuition. Aquarius is the water bearer. You do have a strange spiritual connection. You've access to the sort of high priestess energy, which would normally be associated with the water signs, but you carry water. You carry that intuition, you carry that ability. And you've got yourself so focused in the earthly concerns. It could be that following the breakdown of a relationship for at least one Aquarian, because I'm noticing that solar plexus, my eyes was drawn back there. We've got the Four of Rods, Five of Pentacles there, and the Devil. There is a feeling of a lack, that could be a lack of money, despite the fact the Spirit would be suggesting to me that there is money coming in for Aquarius. The Spirit is trying to bring you in money, Aquarius, during the Venus and Cancer sign, because we've got the Ace of Pentacles offering that new start financially at your crown position. Your third eye chakra in the central position, we have the Six of Swords, which is moving on. You're maybe moving on from this focus on the physical, on, I feel like, work life, on compensating for a lack of love in your life by putting yourself too much into work. And that's where this choice comes in. For some of you, you've been in a relationship and you've been looking to move on, but you've had your hands crossed across your heart with these two swords of the Two of Swords, and you're blindfolded. You're trying so hard to search within, but you're worried about who'll take care of your partner. You're worried. It's not that you don't care for them anymore. It's that you know that you need this soulmate energy. You know that you've fallen for someone else, and you're worried about who's going to take part. I'll try again. Who's going to try and take care of this feminine earth energy. The sun there is in its diminished position next to the two of swords. You can see the dust coming in on the horizon. The joy is diminished by the clouds because you know that getting your joy may cause another to suffer. And that's diminishing the joy. But the sun will rise for both of you again if you're leaving a relationship, if you have chosen someone else. Equally, if you're an Aquarian who's been in a third party or polyamorous situation where you've been left out in the cold, here what I would say is there is an air sign coming towards you. It's going to make an offer. If you're not willing to express or open yourself up to the possibility of a soulmate, of someone who can be safe and secure, they may withdraw that offer and move on, and that's going to diminish your joy somewhat. But there is still joy coming in for you. With Venus in Cancer, at your crown chakra we have the Hanged Man, the King of Pentacles in reverse, and the Ace of Pentacles. The Hanged Man, and this is the reverse side of the Hanged Man in this deck, is a need to go in within and change your perspective. I'm going to say with that Hierophant in reverse and the Hanged Man and the reverse side at both the base and the crown, that someone's given up in their religious or spiritual life and you need to change your perspective there. You need to reevaluate a change of perspective and allowing yourself to reconnect to spirit, to getting those lovely watery messages through. Your intuition, your high priestess energy lets you manifest it through that star. It seems that you're cut off from that at the moment. And with the King of Pentacles being in reverse, this is either because of something that you have read, something that you have heard that's making your focus more earthly. It's making you trust the word of man and what you can see before your eyes, the nature, etc., what science can prove, rather than what your natural spiritual gift is. And opening up to that's going to bring in this wonderful new start. I've already mentioned the feeling of being at a spiritual seminar, a spiritualist church, and then we've got that Ace of Pentacles up there. A spiritual career seems suggested here for Aquarius, that there's a link to newness with this spirituality in some way, and yet you're blocking it with that Hanged Man. For those of you that are not involved in polyamorous relationships or a third party situation, this could be a choice between a partner and work. This could be a choice between stability and the work you were destined or were born to do that's affecting your love life. I mean, not every Aquarius is being cheated on, not every Aquarius is in a polyamorous relationship, not every single Aquarius is even looking for love. This could be a love of work. My eye keeps being repeatedly drawn back to that soulmate card at the throat chakra in the blockages position. Have you stopped believing in soulmates? And that's how you're having difficulty manifesting offers if you're single? Have you stopped believing that there's a love out there for you? Is there an inability for you to truly express the healing that you can offer another person, the love that you can offer another person? We did have the Ace of Swords in the heart chakra reversed, which can indicate a lack of self-expression. And that feeling of inhibition with the Eight of Swords, my single Aquarians might be holding back. Overall, I think there's a need to make a choice here. There is a need to free yourself up, Aquarius. There's a need for you to review your spiritual practice. If you are in a third party situation, there is a need for you to walk away from temptation whilst there's still a chance for healing. If you're suffering as the victim of a third party situation or a polyamorous relationship, there is a need for you to again review the sexual temptation of this third party situation, what drew you into it, and walk away from that. Cut yourself free from it. It's obviously not serving you. Alright, Aquarius, I wish it was better news for you. These have been going through a kind of dirgy spell recently. I will be back on July the 5th to have a look at what Venus and Leo brings to your love life. Before then, if you want to check me out, I'm doing manifestation readings around about June the 13th to see what we can manifest with this new moon cycle. So if you are interested in calling in new energy and you do have these soulmates next to the Magician card, might be worth checking that out. Thank you so much for listening to Talk Tarot, and I truly wish you the love you deserve. Catch you later. Bye.